Well, on to the plus sides of the FA Cup in a moment. But after some of what I thought the behaviour was suspect at the Altrincham game, and I'm talking about things off the pitch rather than on the pitch, I'm not sure whether that adds extra spice to it, but what do you think?
Well, honestly, I feel that, the reaction of obviously when things don't go your own way, you react in certain ways, and certain people do certain things. I felt the reaction of my players to keep their discipline under provocation was correct. Rob Duffy suffered a fair bit of, I won't say abuse, because we work in a territory and we work in on the field, and I've put up with it all through my career, abuse thrown at me, and I feel that the only way you respond in that by is being positive and sort of being and laying things down, and I felt that the reaction of my players was I can commend them on. But likewise, I felt that even after the game, some of the things the fans, the opposing fans, was needless. You aren't needed that. And I feel that the only way to overcome that is by being strong and positive and doing the right thing. So there are a lot of positives to be taken from it. But likewise, I feel that you can commend the Altrincham fans for really supporting their side during the game. Absolutely, 100%. I thought they really got behind their team when they had 10 men and when they had 9 men. So a lot of credit goes to some of their supporters. They were excellent.
What was the attitudes like after the game? Did you and the manager have a drink together? Did you discuss the game?
No, I was very welcomed into the bar, I must say, and I thank them for their hospitality. But no, I didn't see Mr. Heathcote. So, as I say, that sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. No, I don't worry about things like that.
As far as this game comes, it does add an extra spice to it. Not so much any unpleasant incidents, not the sending off, etc. But the way that second half developed, the way the whole game developed, really adds an extra spice to this one, doesn't it? Yeah,
it does. Of course, it does, because it's FA Cup as well, and I love the FA Cup. It's a fantastic competition, and obviously, as a non-league club, which we are, we would like to obviously progress in that.
Well, they have got a tremendous reputation going years back. I mean, most Premier League sides would have been worried if it had gone to that level a few years ago of drawing Altrincham, and only have to ask Everton, Tottenham, or Birmingham City for that matter, because they've beaten, as a non-league side, the only non-league side to do this, 16 league sides in the FA Cup, so they've got a pedigree there, haven't they?
Well, they want to go forward then, because we're not a league club, are we? Remember what we said last week. So no. At the end of the day, you judge it as on its merits, and it's a home fixture for us, which is more important to us. And I'm sure our fans will have a special day, because likewise, Saturday that they've really got behind us at Altrincham, and tremendous support away from home, and they'll feel exactly the way we're feeling, won't they?
Yeah, both you managers could almost have an afternoon in a deck chair as far as motivation are concerned, before the game I'm talking about, because they'll want to prove that with 11 on the park they can do you. You'll want to prove with 11 on the park you can do them.
Yeah, of course, at the end of the day, there was one young man in the stand off during the game as the second sending off coming, and obviously I think he had too many sherbets, but he's calling me a cheat. Now, I didn't have a suit on with a red and yellow card in my hand. I thought it was quite funny, actually. However, let's play it on its merits. And at the end of the day, the game will be built up, and that's rightly so. But if I'll keep my discipline, I'm sure my players will, and I expect them to. It's a great occasion.
I'm sure their manager's going to be saying, I want this one. I want this side beaten. And you can't blame him for that. And you'll be saying at the same time, we've got to do this.
Yeah, I think that Mr. Heathcote's wise enough and clever enough to understand the merits of all types of the game, isn't he? He's been in the game long enough, and he wants to support his football club, as do I. So it will be a healthy contest.
Now, at times, some of the build-up to these matches can sometimes be a little bit like WWE wrestling and that sort of thing. I mean, there is a genuine build-up, though, to this one, isn't there? There's bound to be.
Well, it's fresh in your brain, isn't it? Fresh in your mind. It'll be fresh in Altringham's mind, because they'll feel aggrieved by decisions that went against them, whether rightly or wrongly. That's nothing to do with me. I'm not the referee. But I felt my players, other than Gary Mills, who made a harsh challenge, but he got booked for it. If you show ill discipline, you'll get sent off. And we've been on the receiving end of some interesting decisions. But I felt, all in all, the referee made his mind up very early, and he listened to the fourth official and perhaps the line judge. So I've got no problems with that, and obviously we'll look forward to this encounter.